Little darling, steer it. Make you want butterfly in a slow motion.
It's been a long, long time.
You know, Bob Marley, the man still.
Hold on, like we'll get them through there.
No, and you know what? For me, Dennis, I always find remarkable is the fact that he was so young and had this maturity far beyond his years.
It's like him knows that me not come for a long time,
yeah, so that
I have
his
to
words
produce, I have to just produce,
still resonate even now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I just find it amazing. Rest in peace, the iconic, you know, Robert Nesta Marley. I gotta tell you. Love song on him something there.
Yeah,
My
love
God.
it, love it.
So shocking.
But yeah, glad to have you back with us.
Yeah.
Good morning once again. It is 26 minutes after 7 o'clock here on Sunrise. When a medical emergency happens, most of us, we panic, of course, naturally. But there are professionals who are trained to jump into action. And that's where the Jamaica Emergency Medicine Association comes in. This morning, we're joined by their president, Dr. Curdell Espinosa Campbell, who will break down the work that they actually do and why it matters, and how we as regular folk can help save lives as well. Doc.
Good morning, Doc.
Welcome.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
And you're looking so beautiful
You look
and so
fabulous.
bright. I'm like, excuse me. She woke up like this. She woke up like this. But Doc, I'm happy to have you here this morning because as Dennis said, when an emergency happens, we turn idiots, we don't know what to do or where to go. So talk to me about your association and what is it that you actually do?
So the Jamaica Emergency Medicine Association was started in 1998 by a group of resident physicians who were at UWI at the time. So let's backtrack a little bit. Emergency medicine wasn't a specialty until about 2001 when we trained our very first set of cohort doctors who are consultants. So after you finish medical school, you have to spend another 4 years specializing in emergency medicine. So you specialize in every single discipline within medicine. So orthopedics, surgery, medicine, pediatrics. And so our job is to focus on education, training sets of doctors. We have about 158 trained in the Caribbean so far. About maybe 50 or so are within Jamaica. So you see how important it is to continue our training and education so we can prevent emergencies.
For clarity, so I mean, immediately when you hear the term emergency medicine, you think of A&E.
Yes, correct.
But is there a definition of emergency medicine? Because there may be some great doctors, but they're not specialists in emergency medicine.
Correct.
They're not great at that. Or they can there are some people who are prepared to deal with an emergency, stabilize a patient, and pass it on to the doctors who can do that stuff.
Right.
But like, what is like emergency medicine or a medical emergency? Medical
emergencies. People define their own medical emergencies. So your medical emergency could be something mental, to do with mental illness, like a schizophrenic acting out. It could be the gunshot wounds. It could be your motor vehicle accidents, your strokes, your heart attack. We're the doctors that are trained to recognize these emergencies and treat it or save your life until the specialists come in to help you.
I remember recently we were watching something. Somebody was saying they were having a heart attack for like a week.
Not possible.
I'm like, I was having a heart attack for 2 weeks, I think. It was one of those videos.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, Doc, because when it comes to emergency medicine specializing, so persons like yourself, you're deployed throughout the hospitals across Jamaica?
Well, we have 24 hospitals in Jamaica, 19 of which have ER capabilities, emergency room capabilities. What we're trying to do is to put the right doctors in the right places. Having trained for 4 years as a specialist, we want to put them at the Type A hospitals, Yakomo Regional, Kingston Public has about 3 already, Maypen, and other hospitals in the rural area. I was in Anotta Bay as medical director, and then at Port Maria. So we do emergency stuff, plus we do the administrative tasks as well. So we're also deployed in the central arm of the ministry, in the executive arm. Our chief medical officer is an ER trained doctor. We have persons in the health emergency areas who run EMS in Jamaica.
So hold on 1 second, Danny. So let me just ask, in terms of the training then, because it also sounds to me though, Doc, like we need more of you guys.
Absolutely,
Because
we
I
do.
want with Jamaica,
Right.
you're gonna have an emergency.
Correct.
So I would like to, and when, so how do, I don't know, reach out to the doctor them to ask them to come train.
Yeah, or incentivize.
Yes.
So for those doctors who do not wish to do the 4-year program, we have a diploma in emergency medicine, which is an 18-month training course where the doctors are trained to recognize the emergencies and to respond in the same way. But it's not as in-depth as a 4-year program. So that has been taught at UE.
My question, I remember when my wife was pregnant, I was deathly afraid of, suppose something happened, a
Yes.
medical emergency, and I'm incompetent to deal. Me say every YouTube video, me read, because I'm like, is there a way that we, or that your organization can help ordinary people get better at doing the good stuff early
Yes.
before we get to you?
So what we want to do is to train our lay citizens as medical first responders. In
Like
other
we just
words,
have JPs.
yes.
Is it that?
Correct. So you mentioned the 23-year-old. I've been in medicine for 23 years. So
Wow.
that's,
When you take it 20, how is that possible?
I was about to say, you lie.
Really?
You
Doc, you just
never
born.
have to come on the TV and tell a lie. That was an unnecessary lie.
23 years ago, I graduated from medical school, but we
Wow.
want to train our citizenry in medical first responders because, you know, we have this thing to take pictures whenever there's an emergency.
Yeah.
We want to at least teach them how to do CPR,
Yeah.
if you're bleeding, what to do to tamponade the bleed, how to put persons in a recovery position if you're having a seizure, not to put the boot over the face,
Yes,
kind of
yes,
thing.
yes.
So we need to dispel some of the myths, especially in the
Like, we're
rural
ready for
parts.
that course
So
right
when is that
now.
going to come? Is that
Yeah,
on
I'm
stream
ready
now,
for it
Doc?
right now.
It's not on stream yet, but we're planning to put a mechanism in place every month for our members to go in the parishes and teach these courses.
I
I
love
wanna
that
learn that.
because I think
So
also,
we'll keep you posted.
yeah, we need our
I know that you
LPNs,
come
or
on
nannies
center.
and
Correct.
persons like
Yeah,
that.
Bus operators.
Yeah, bus operators, taxi operators.
Correct,
Because
correct.
our teachers even, Doc,
Yes.
Yeah.
because remember the police officer who saved the life of the young lady, a young child who had an emergency at school, and he escorted her. Remember? And we
Yeah,
had,
yeah,
yeah,
the
yes.
man, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so life and death.
Like
Doc,
if you're not in a job that exposes you to that, like
Correct.
the police are exposed
Correct.
to like basic emergency response, but like it is something that we have
Yeah.
to countenance.
Correct.
It may happen. You may be in proximity to something. You may be on a flight. You
Yeah.
may be somewhere. It might be in your house. Your
Yeah.
child swallow something that they shouldn't swallow. Like
yeah. And that's a fear, like as a mommy, like because you can't,
Choking
even though
is-
you're
yeah.
choking,
Yeah.
like I'm like, gee, Lord, help, God,
you're
help me.
afraid. You going
Like,
panic.
I remember the first time
Yeah.
when AA vomited, Doc, like,
He went
like
into
I
panic.
Jesus.
Yes.
For me, it felt like an outer body experience.
Right.
And I've said to myself, but I need to know what to do in case. So
When do you go to the hospital and when do you watch it?
yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, Doc, tell me
So-
now, when we go to the hospital, right, how do I know a medical emergency trained doctor like yourself different?
So-
or should I ask for one? I
Good
don't
question. You notice the seal blue? This is a color that we wear.
know.
This color blue, and our members have this logo on their shirts as well. Plus, they should be able to. You should be able to identify them at UA. That's where most of them are at KPH, Cornwall Regional, etc. But we usually have our emblem. We have just redesigned this actually.
Nice.
So we're going to be putting out our logo on our social media pages, Instagram, Twitter, and well, to X.
But it sounds to
And
me that, like,
Facebook.
you know, it probably was a little dormant, and now you have breathed, you've resuscitated.
I've resuscitated.
Gemma, emergency! Resuscitated!
Yes, yes.
And
Clear.
yes, and you've intubated. You see, any March, man.
Sounds like you're trained.
Mommy, here, mommy, and your mommy. Yes, right? It sounds to me like now, you know, it's a new day.
Yes.
So talk to me, under your leadership, what do you want for your organization, and what is it that you're planning to do?
Yes, thank you. We're going to make them more visible for sure.
Yeah.
And certainly the medical first responder training is what we want to focus on to
Sign
ensure
us
our
up.
Jamaicans, everyone can
Ready.
be a first responder and ready to respond to an emergency without panicking. Additionally, we want to put up our help pages so persons know if you're choking, what to do. When do you go to a hospital if you're having that chest pain? Motor vehicle accidents are standard. You know you have to go to a hospital for those. What happens if you twist your ankle? I mean, those kind of scenarios. Somebody having a seizure. How do you put them in the recovery position? So there's some simple things that we could put information on our website that persons should be able to access. And we're going to try to see if we can work with other agencies such as ODPEM so that we can get that 119 number working again so that we can give advice via telecommunications until they get to a hospital. So we want to make ourselves more relevant in the space, set up some first aid clubs within the schools, targeting the 10 to 18-year-olds. And also, if you think about it, in the workplace, we don't have a standardized first aid kits to respond to simple scenarios in the office space. So those are some of the things that we are going to be targeting. There is a standard for first aid kits, whether you have cuts and bruises, depending on the occupation that you're in. We should be able to at least make recommendations to get these out in the workplace.
Hey, my first aid kit.
I have like 3.
Well, I have the one that leaves the house.
You should have one in your car.
The portable one that you go on the go, and then you have the one at home. Frightening.
No, glad it's not without the pips. But for me, it's better to be safe than sorry. And Doc, as you said earlier, I'm very happy that you're at the helm of this organization because it is very timely and we definitely need the information. Because when something happens, and it can happen at any time, we need to be equipped and know what to do because time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence,
and one wrong move can end a life and one right move can help to save a life as well. Where are you on social media, Doc? Where can we get the info?
We are on Instagram, we're on Facebook and X, and we're also planning our conference. The conference is a must go to next year, usually around March, first or second week of March.
Make the conference time for the, you know, that's something that every year we need to get like your
pre-registration?
Your points. You know, something like
CME, continuous medical education.
So you have to go.
Have to go. It's one of the best conferences that we've had every year. We have international speakers that come. We have local speakers.
You just tie it into school tour and just...
Correct.
Just tie it into Miss Kitty school tour. And so now you're going into the schools.
Start the clubs.
Good idea. Good idea. Thank you for that.
He's my manager. But Doc, I'm proud of you and all the emergency trained doctors. We thank you guys because when your family or your loved one's life is hanging in the balance, when you see a doctor, somebody who is capable, somebody who knows what they're doing and can discharge their function,
gives you that reassurance.
Telling you, it gives you that reassurance, and you need it. May I tell you that when your family in a
and then in those early moments of the emergency is what determines
the
life
outcome. The outcome.
You know?
Yes, correct.
You know that those few seconds could add. You know.
I also want to thank the persons at you who continue the training. They're doing an excellent job in to ensure that the standards are kept where it is. And so, big up to you.
Big up to you, so Doc. Big up yourself. And she's a girl, so, you know, who run the world, girls? You know what I'm saying? Our very special guest this morning, the one and only, the FFS Center, and very beautiful and knowledgeable and talented, I gotta tell you, Dr. Colonel Espinosa Campbell. Good morning, Mr. Campbell. How you doing? From the Jamaica Emergency Medicine Association, talking awareness, preparedness, and health services right here in Jamaica. There's more Sunrise right after this.